Hey, how's everyone doing? My name is John Petrucelli, and this is a review of a stunning example of a Yamaha 675 soprano saxophone. Gold lacquer, 90s vintage. And what I really want to talk about today is mainly the fact that this represents an amazing value for money in the market at the present moment. The 675, I think the best way to think about it is a bridge between vintage Yamaha and contemporary Yamaha. And the reason why I think it's a really unique opportunity is because it was a limited run instrument. They only made it for a few years, under 10 years during the 1990s. It bridged the gap keywork wise between the new 82 and 875 instruments. It's nearly identical. However, the tubing and the internal character of the sound has more flexibility a la the Yamaha 62, which it replaced. And because of that, it has a lot of the modern advantages of pristine intonation and tuning. However, there's still a bit of that Yamaha 62 purple logo wildness at play here. And so I think that is a really interesting bridge in the marketplace, because I think the knock on contemporary Yamaha is essentially that Yamaha became so neutral tonally in terms of its sound concept that unless you really push hard with your setup in a particular direction, the instruments can lack character internally. Whereas the Yamaha 62, that was a very definitive sound that can really never be switched off. And no matter whether you're trying to play a lush ballad or you're trying to scream in like a funk rock setting, you're still going to always hear the Yamaha 62 sound. That sort of brilliant nasal sound can never be escaped, for better or for worse. The 675 really stands in between those two instruments, where there's more of an effort on Yamaha's part to create a neutral tonal palette. But because the instrument is inherently in such good tune and intonation, you can push it a little bit more. Let me just demo what I mean. So in that little gesture, if you will, I was trying to play specifically with some different embouchure positions, some different air attacks, and trying to plumb what this instrument is really capable of. And because of the modern key work, the high F key, high F sharp, and the stability of the platform, the altissimo comes right out. Notice too that there's this nice little cutout on the high F key, and that is pretty easy to roll onto. Some of the modern soprano designs, I'm talking to you, Selmer, have this teardrop shape that actually is quite difficult to roll onto. And the 675 keywork is phenomenal. It feels like playing an alto or even a tenor saxophone because the pearl touches are nice and large. The platforms here for the pinkies are a good size. I wouldn't say as large as the 875 keywork, which I believe is honestly too big for most people, and I'm 6'5". So this is a good size. It's not oversized though, and I like that. Overall, this is an amazing instrument, and what's crazy is that this is less expensive than a Purple Logo. This is about half the price of an 875, and you can still pick these up for an amazing value. So if you're looking and you're in the market for a soprano saxophone, I would definitely consider checking out a Yamaha 675. Cheers.